Hey everybody, Mike here. I'm gonna try something a little bit different and see how it works out. I just wanted to get a video posted by the end of February, so what I've decided to do is to take part in the Stripped Down Challenge. Now, if you're just joining me and you don't know what that is, the Stripped Down Challenge is where you create a video for 10 minutes without using any sort of editing. So, no cutting the footage, no music, no any kind of effects. So it's just bare bones what you're trying to do and talk about just anything in general. Now, it's going to be hard for me because I don't even have a script in front of me, and so it's going to be a little unorganized. I'm going to be clearing my throat and everything. I can mess up and do stuff, but it's all part of the challenges from what I understand. Now, time goes by pretty quickly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer, let's see, for 10 minutes to talk about whatever I need, okay? And there we go. Okay, so as many of you know, I'm Mike. I live in Massachusetts. In other videos I keep saying New England, but I figured by now it's kind of obvious I live in Massachusetts. So, besides that, I'm currently 23 years old. I go to college for, I go to college for liberal arts. I want to get into biology because I have a really big passion for animal sciences and stuff like that. I mean, I know I do a lot of, like, filming and video gaming, but I'm thinking that's more of a hobby. It's something I am passionate about, and I do like doing it, but still, I would love to work with animals, honestly. Oh yeah, something that's pretty cool is that last year, at the Franklin Park Zoo in Boston, I actually was able to volunteer there for like 5 months. It was a very big, rewarding experience, and I loved it. So what I did is that, in the aviary, I was a keeper's aide for the aviary, and what they had me do is that they had me to, do like random things like sweep floors. I would help the keepers in the with the kangaroos and emus. That was a ton of fun. Oh yeah, I even have a. I don't think I'm supposed to walk off camera, but I just wanted to show you something anyway. Yeah, they gave me this for my troubles. It's a hollowed out emu's egg. Yeah, kind of cool. So in addition to that, I even prepared animal foods, which was really cool because I don't think many people know is that all the animal foods have to be like perfectly weighed out. So you take like kangaroos, which eat like a ton of lettuce, they eat like apples and sweet potatoes, so all of that is perfectly measured so that they get like a proper diet. So I mean, I would definitely do that again. I recommend it to anyone who wants to get into like the zookeeping field. It was a lot of fun. So now I just want to talk about like other stuff like who I am. So in truth, I do have Asperger's syndrome. I don't often show it because I've been to like a lot of summer camps that have helped me get over it and try to like manage myself better. I mean, I do kind of have a few social quirks. I mean, which is okay. I mean, a lot of people do, but I definitely do my best to try to get over that. And when I was a kid, I had a few friends that I would go with, but when I went to in the first grade, it was a really good experience. The first grade, I met my very best friend. His name is Ian. I want to bring him on the show sometime, but the problem is that like he's off doing his own thing in college. He's trying to do like computer programming and like game design. It's a really big field, and for anyone who's in it, I'm sure they can relate that it takes a lot of work and intelligence to be able to get that done. So I congratulate him on doing that. But so when Ian and I were kids, like I think I was like 9, and he was 7 or 8 or something. No, it was younger than that. It was the first grade. So we would go to each other's houses. We would just hang out, and he had a PlayStation 1, and I don't have a PlayStation 1. I never did. I started off with the PlayStation 2 for home consoles. So he would play games. We would have a lot of fun. Some of our favorite games that we would always play would be Twisted Metal 4, Spyro the Dragon, and oh, he even had Team Buddies, believe it or not. Yeah, Team Buddies. If you don't know what that is, it's like one of the rarest video games ever. I'm not sure why it has such rarity, but it's a lot of fun. So he and I grew up together. We went to school together. Even went to in my town there's a junior high school, which eventually became a middle school. So we got to hang out together. But the problem at the time was that we kind of started branching out into different social groups. Like he had his own group of friends. I had a couple people I would talk to, and eventually things just started looking kind of dark for me, just because I felt like he was kind of drifting away, and new friends were a little hard to come by, because at the time, I mean, this was like the 7th grade, so at the time, I just had no social outlets to look to. I mean, I do now, but at the time I didn't, so I just kind of fell into sort of a depression, and it was such a miserable experience. Like, I can't even begin to describe it. So, this happened when I was 14, and to this day I still suffer with chronic depression, and one of the reasons why I make this channel is because it helps give me a creative outlet. I can be able to make a video, make someone I don't know smile, and it's very rewarding, and I do love the feeling it gives me, so it definitely helps me get over, like, how bad I could feel, and I just love doing it. So, excuse me, so with Ian and I, we eventually patched things up, and we're talking again. We're still good friends, and he went to a different high school than I did, so we just started, like, meeting new people. I started dating somebody I really liked. I mean, she's I don't date her anymore, but we're still friends and everything. I mean, she's a good person and all. I mean, I guess that's okay to just still be friends with your ex. I mean, I do think that can be a good thing in some terms. So yeah, I had a few good friends there. I mean, of course, Ian had a strong group of friends. One of which is a really nice guy that I've become friends with too, and he's a really good guy. And some of the things we've done is that I go to his house. There's this really good bar in town that he swears by. He absolutely loves it, that we eat at sometimes. And at one point last year in May, I took him on a trip to Syracuse for a day trip, Syracuse, New York, because the one thing that I wanted to do was go to Destiny USA, which is like one of the biggest malls in the country, and it was a really beautiful place, because it's like more than 3 stories. The 3rd floor is like a big entertainment venue. They got like go-kart tracks, 5-wits. Oh yeah, they had an interactive museum. So it was just a lot of fun, and I really loved it. What else should I talk about? It's like, okay, so yeah, now that I'm in college, I mean, a lot of things are a lot different. I mean, there are some things that are really good. Like, I love the fact that you can, like, manage your own schedule, which is something that you couldn't exactly do in high school. So, that was a big step up that I loved. I was able to, like, do my own thing and just manage it a lot better. So, one thing that I was a part of there was, the theater club, and I love acting, I love theater, so I did some stuff for them. I mostly sold concessions because I couldn't fit it into my schedule to actually, perform. And, there I met, someone I deeply cared about, and, the problem is that things didn't exactly work out between us, and it ended up in a really hard breakup that really hurt me. That's the reason why I created the video called A Friend in Need Indeed, just because I was so depressed, and I didn't want to do something destructive, but I figured I might as well do something creative. So that's how I made A Friend in Need Indeed, which is like a little video with me and my 2 other characters I played. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it. In the video, I called her Kayla. That's not her real name, obviously, but it just ended in such a really horrific way, and it just really hurt me to think about it. So I'm glad that was just the start of something new for me. And I love doing game reviews and movie reviews, because I look up to a lot of big name critics, like especially Doug Walker and some of the other people from Channel Awesome and everything, because I just love how they can just talk, like scripted talk anyways, about all the good and bad qualities of like games and movies and how they differ from everything else. And so I just sort of try to adapt that to myself, and so far I really like how it's going. I know I'm not perfect, and there's some things that are kind of stupid that I could always change, but still, I'm really happy I'm still doing it. It's a lot of fun for me. Sometimes it can be a healthy source of stress when I have like a lot of stuff going on and I want to post a new video like every week, but other than that, it's still going good, and I really enjoy being able to entertain you guys. So, got a minute left. What else can I do? Oh yeah, one of my favorite game franchises of all time is Ratchet and Clank, because well, if you don't know what Ratchet and Clank is, it's a 3D platformer game involving a lot of creative weaponry. It's a shooter game too, action adventure, and I really love the game for its it has a great style, it has great music, a fantastic creative arsenal of weapons, which is too much for me to go into extreme detail here, but so I remember Ian first introduced me to that game when he borrowed it for his PlayStation 2. So I was over his house and we were playing it, and I fell in love with it. So when I finally got a PlayStation 2, I actually think when I got the just a text message, when I finally got the PlayStation 2, that Ratchet and Clank, the first one, was a game that came with it, because I know they did that for a while, and so yeah, it was a fun game series. I'm happy it's still going, and my time is up. I just finished that sentence. I'm happy it's still going. I'm looking forward to the movie and the reboot game. I will be playing and watching them. I will do reviews of them. I'm really excited for the stuff I got planned for it, and I got a lot of good stuff going on in the future. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening to me talk on. But still, I hope you got to know me a little bit better. I know this isn't perfect. Obviously, it's not structured. So I did my best to just talk about like who I am, like a little bit more about me. So I don't really know how this works, so I'm not really going to tag anybody. Like the good friends I have on YouTube probably don't do YouTube anymore, so I guess that's really all I have to say about it. So I just want to say thank you so much for sticking through it if you did. Otherwise, if you just jumped to the end, then shame on you. Well, that's all I got to say. Have a good day.